I'm going to jump on this representation matters train that seems to be looping around a bit at the moment because representation does matter and representation is important. There's two main reasons for that. The first is that representation carries the potential to save lives. Imagine if you're someone who is different to everybody else and you've never seen anyone else like you or even close to being like you. That's the reality for a lot of people with marginalized identity. And representation is important so that they can see themselves reflected. Because if you feel like you're different and you're alone in the world and your experiences, that can lead to deep, dark places that your mind goes to. But if there's representation out there, both in front of cameras and on stages, on pages, if there's representation in those places and also behind the scenes, writing those pages, bringing those stages to life or those things on screen to life, then it's proof that you're not the only one like you, and maybe you're not as wrong as you thought you were. That's where representation, I feel, can carry the potential to save lives. Representation can also carry the potential to change hearts. And this is important, especially for people who are not part of marginalized identities. Representation gives those folks examples to learn from. So I suppose if that's you and you're watching this, can I please ask you to pay attention when you see someone on a screen, on a stage, on a page from a marginalized identity, someone who is different to you, pay attention. See how they respond to hardships, challenges, people teasing, sniggering, whatever it may be. Pay attention to their response or the way that things go and consider how would you feel if you were put into that same situation. Learn from it if you can. There's some where the lesson might be what to do, and it's a great example of that. And other times the lesson is this is what not to do, and let's do the opposite instead. And sometimes when that's in something, it's quite purposeful and it's for the reason of showing what not to do. And a lot of people do the what not to do thing. But if you can take that example and do the opposite, it's going to just go a little bit toward a better world for those of us who are different and who do belong to marginalized identities. So representation can save lives. It can change hearts. It's powerful, it's important, and it matters.